भारतीय छात्र संसद फाउंडेशन, एमआईटी स्कूल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट और एमआईटी विश्व शांति विश्वविद्यालय की संयुक्त पहल भारतीय छात्र संसद 12 संस्करण पूरे कर चुकी है। राजनीति में आने से पहले युवाओं को प्रशिक्षित से प्रेरित करने के उद्देश्य से आयोजित इस लोकतंत्र के त्योहार में पूरे देश से आए 12,000 से अधिक छात्र सहभागी हुए। विविध क्षेत्रों के जाने माने हस्तियों ने इस अवसर पर युवाओं का मार्गदर्शन किया। इस 12वीं छात्र संसद में इंडियन एड फिल्म डायरेक्टर श्री प्रहलाद कक्कर जी ने प्रोपेगेंडा और सिनेमा का कोई संबंध नहीं ये बताते हुए भारतीय सिनेमा व्यवसाय के पहलू विद्यार्थियों को समझाए।
I've been very lucky as a student, and I was very lucky as a professional, because I actually chose to do what I loved most. I didn't work a single day in my life, because every day was a party. So just imagine, when all you young people, at my time, it was considered very unusual for somebody not to join engineering, doctoring, MBA or IAS or something like that. And I joined something like advertising. And then I joined Shyam Benegal in assisting him in making him all those features that we made. But though we worked 18-hour days and sometimes didn't sleep for a couple of days at a stretch, it wasn't heavy. It was fun, because that's what I chose to do. I didn't bother about the package. I didn't bother about the future. I didn't bother about what was going to happen. Was I going to become managing director? Was I going to become chairman? Was I going to earn lakhs of money? Was I going to have a big gadi? I had one Chhatra scooter which I loved, and I still have. It's a 1956 Piaggio, and it's an amazing piece of machinery, and I bought it from my ex-girlfriend's father. And I paid for it in installments of 100 rupees a month for 1,200 rupees. So you can imagine, nothing is impossible. You guys, all you people have such a great future, because today everything in the world has opened up. And especially the business of entertainment. When you want to tell stories, if you're a storyteller, and you want to tell stories which you want lots of people to pay money for and hear, remember one thing: the business of movies is not a tool for government propaganda. So the government has no business in being a part of the censor board or trying to censor films which artists make, because they are stories from the heart. They are stories about your country. Your stories about your villages. They are stories about success. They are stories about failure. So I cannot understand why continuous governments want to control how you make your film, what your content is, how culturally relevant it is, or it's not. The audiences decide that, not the government. The government cannot decide whether your film is going to be a hit or your film is going to be a flop. The audiences decide that. So therefore, the business of filmmaking, especially in this country, is an evolving business because we are an evolving society. And whether we evolve this way towards the West or towards our cultural roots or not, nobody is going to be able to dictate that to you. That is your choice. You have a choice. Nobody is going to tell you this is better than this. Are they going to live your life? No. You are going to live your own life. So you have your own choices to make. You have your own choices to press. Do you want to watch a Western movie or do you want to watch an Indian movie? Do you want to watch a movie that is all about our grand past, which we always seem to be living in? Or do you want to look at a movie of the future, where possibly you are going to make the difference in the future? You are not going to make a difference in the past. The past is already done. We have learnt whatever you could learn from the past. So nobody is rejecting it. India is such a fabulous civilization that every other culture, every other civilization that has invaded this country has eventually become a part of our culture. We have not become a part of anybody else's culture. Every invader, whether it's the British, whether it's the Mughals, whether it's whoever it is, has become a part of the Indian culture. So what are we scared of? Why are we constantly talking about we are losing our culture? That's a political dogma to control you. When a politician says we are, the new youth of this country are losing their culture, he is talking bullshit. He wants to manipulate you. He wants to control you. He wants to tell you what to eat, what to think, what to wear, and what jobs to take. And I don't think any of you are going to agree to that. Anybody in this country at least. So I don't know why they keep wasting their time trying to control entertainment. Entertainment is a soft power. Today, India is not just India. India is the center of the world. Every other country is interested in what is happening in India. So when we make our films, when we tell our stories, the stories have to have a value system which is international. Where somebody sitting in Sweden or Norway can watch an Indian film and say, these people have got it right. They are telling the truth. They are telling the way the world is today. They are telling the world how India is today. And everybody is interested in coming to India and being a tourist, do yoga, being a part of our culture. But they only get to see a window. They never get to see the full country. It'll take years. It'll take you all your life to know your country. Trust me, if you travel as much as I have traveled, I just get a hint of what my country is all about. Just a hint. And for the last 50 years, I've done nothing but travel. I've traveled, I've done adventures, I've dived, I've done all kinds of things. Everything that interested me, I did. I didn't bother whether there was a future in it, whether I was getting money out of it. Nothing. It was a learning. It was a quest for learning. My journey of learning started when I finished college, not during college. In college, I learned nothing except from a book. My real education started when I started working, when I started traveling, when I started making movies and with my mentor, Shyam Benegal, and traveling to villages and seeing how they lived. That was the first time I saw what an amazing people our villagers are, how tough they are, how resilient they are, how they know the difference between truth and non-truth. So when you make movies, when you tell stories, always remember the stories about you, your discovery of your culture, your country and the world. So there is no looking back. There is no time to be in a shell. Nobody can control you today. You have the internet. There is no censorship. Nobody can control you. They can control the movies because they run in theatre, so they can censor the movies. But if you make a movie and put it on the net, nobody can control it. Your content is your own. Your content is your experience. Your content is the way you live life. Your content is the stories you want to tell. So remember, if all of you join the media business, it is all about content. It is all about stories. There is no place for propaganda because every human being in this room knows when it's government propaganda and when it's the truth. So I don't know why we waste our time so much trying to control media and trying to tailor it to suit ourselves. Because people know the truth. They always know the truth. So let it go free. Let the truth be heard. Let us look at the truth of ourselves. Look at the problems of the country. Let's look at the future. How do we solve those problems? That is where we come from. So be brave. Don't worry about money. Follow your passion. You never have to work for a single day. Trust me.